What's going on, everybody? It has been well over a year since I've tried to make any kind of a long form video. I think this is kind of just a fresh start. I've been doing reels and TikToks and shorts. If you've been following those, you'll know that I am about a month deep into kind of my big cut. Finally decided to suck it up and understand that I'm gonna lose some strength. But if I had to sum up my objectives in diet and training, it would be that I want to maintain as much strength as I possibly can, while at least dropping one weight class, probably gonna be closer to 2. And with that, there's accoutrements. I'm gonna look better, I'll be lighter on my feet, which will be really nice. But overall, the big objective is to get to a smaller weight class while maintaining as much of my strength as I possibly can. So far, I don't feel like I've lost a ton of strength, more than I would have hoped, but what can you do? And the way that I see it, the strength loss is it's just gonna happen. It's the way it is. But I think that things will be a lot better when I get to a lower body fat percentage, so I'm able to utilize the weight that I have. Because these meets that I've done, I'm 240 roughly, or I have been 240 roughly, and I've been competing in the same class against people who are far less body fat than I am, which is fine, but it just means that I don't have quite as much muscle on my frame to try and lift the weight. And as much as I've loved just not really caring too much about what I eat, I'm still tracking it, I'm still trying to get protein, but I hadn't been caring really much, if any, about, if I had this day where I went way over. That was acceptable. It happened fairly often. And now I've lowered the calories. I'm eating more quality foods. So hopefully that can make a difference. But anyway, it is 4:02 in the morning. I'm gonna go get the first gym session of the week done. It's a bench session, but I'm still recovering from a deadlift session on Friday, and I forgot that when you're on a cut, you have to be a little bit more careful about how hard you push, because your body doesn't have as many nutrients to recover with. And so that's just something that I'm going to be dealing with. And I wouldn't say that I'm injured, but I do have a little bit of strain in my back, and so I'm going to need to keep things just a touch lighter than I normally would today. But ultimately, it's going to get me back to being the strongest that I can. Morning, how are you? Go ahead. that is pretty much going to wrap up the video. Just a very simple push workout, bench press workout, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to take down my overnight oats, and then it is off to work for me. I appreciate all of you guys watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and show it with that like button. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you at the next workout.